Hello there, welcome to my channel, welcome to Yoga with Anja. Today I'm going through a Vinyasa sequence with you that I was teaching this week on Gymshark Live. If you are currently watching or doing this video live in April 2020, it's a sequence designed to strengthen the body, but not just the physical body, also the inner body or the landscape, or however you want to call it, whatever is happening within and underneath that beautiful skin of yours. So let's make sure that today we're really using the breath, you're using your strength, but remember that it should always feel good. You don't have to do all the postures. I will give you stages and let's see where we're going to get to. Thank you for being here. So we're going to begin our practice lying down on our backs. So come to lie down on your yoga mat. Widen your feet to about hip width apart and have your knees pointing up towards the ceiling. And then from here, as you get comfortable on your mat, just make sure that you shift the shoulders away from your ears. You can then lift the hips again, shuffle them further to the heels, and then lengthen your arms away from the body and just allow your palms to rest for a moment. And we begin our practice very traditionally by closing down the eyes. If eyes closed don't feel very comfortable for you today for any reason, then you don't have to have a certain reason or you don't have to state why, then just keep your eyes open and look up towards the ceiling, towards one single spot. And now as you close your eyes, you might notice that your senses slowly start to withdraw from the outer world and you're slowly finding back towards yourself. And this is a really powerful time of our practice, a really important part to just check in, see how you're feeling today. Know that this is your time for the next at least 30 minutes to flow through a class and dedicate it completely to yourself. Allow your body to just settle and arrive here for a moment. Feet heavy, sacrum heavy, shoulder blades heavy, back of the head nice and relaxed. And to begin our breath work, our pranayama for today, I would like you to take your hands onto either side of your belly. Just gently rest them onto the soft part of your lower abdomen. Become aware of your breathing, the inhales, the exhales through the nostrils. And just slowly, round by round, start to draw deeper and fuller breaths into the body now. So you're inhaling. The breath moves through the throat, the chest, all the way down into your belly. You feel your belly rising into your hands. And as you're exhaling, the opposite is happening. Belly is deflating, rib cage is softening, chest is relaxing, and then you feel the breath leaving your nostrils again. We take a good few moments to tune into a nice, deep, energetic breath, a powerful breath here today. But remember, even without breaths, we can tense up our bodies. So too much can be too much, but I would like you to focus on the breath. So still try to draw awareness towards it, but keep it nice and soft. So inhaling through the nose, nice deep breath. Feel your hands lifting up towards the skies, belly inflating. And as you're exhaling, the opposite happening, belly softens and the whole body is just relaxing. Let's take 5 rounds together. Inhale through the nose. Allow your breath to deepen, to lengthen. Inhale. And exhale, nice and slowly breathe out. Release the air and then hold it for a moment. Just allow this stillness to settle in. Breathe in through the nose. Feel the belly doming up. The lungs filling with new fresh air, and exhale, exhale, exhale all the way out until you feel you can't breathe out for any longer. Very nice. Take 3 more rounds and use your own count now. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose for today as well. One more breath for everyone, wherever you are within your count. Inhale fully and completely. And exhale, 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 release. And then just allow your body, your breath to tune back into a natural rhythm of yours. Still deep, but more natural now. Very, very good. Now you can open your eyes, or you can have a soft gaze. Draw one knee into the chest after the other, and then wrap your palms, your arms around the legs. So see if you can hold opposite elbows or opposite wrists, wherever you can comfortably reach. Squeeze your knees in toward your body, and for a moment gently press your lower back, your sacrum, down towards the earth. And then use your core before we start to lift. So engage your core muscles, draw your navel, your belly button in towards your spine, and then start to peel your nose up and off the ground. Actually, you didn't have your nose on the ground, your head off the ground, and bring your nose towards your knees. Round your whole body into a nice big ball here. You can have a look that your neck is still relaxed by again dropping the shoulders, by engaging the core more. And then take another inhale, round, 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 squeeze everything towards the midline. That should feel really, really nice here. One more breath, lift. And on the out breath, vertebra by vertebra, nice and slowly release your spine back to the earth. Great. And then bring your feet back to where they just were. Hip width apart. Have a look at with your fingertips. You can grab the back of your heels. That's the distance for these bridge raises that you want to have. Coming into how bridge flows now. Press your feet down to the mat. Start to lift your low back, then your mid back, all the way to your upper back off the ground. So you're coming into a nice open bridge pose. You might want to shuffle the shoulder blades a little bit further towards one another. So lift one shoulder and then the other. So you feel that the neck doesn't have any pressure there. You're supporting yourself with your upper back body here. Inhaling, look toward your navel. Gently press the knees forward. Feel length through the spine. And then as you breathe out, slowly lower your top spine, your middle back, and then the low back to the earth again. And now we're going to start to move with hands, with the arms and the legs synchronized. So inhale, lift your hips off the ground. At the same time, reach your arms up. And as your hips are lifted fully, you want to have your arms behind you. Stretch into the fingertips, and again, make sure you don't feel any discomfort in the neck. I won't say it again, but make sure it's now comfortable. Inhale here, lift the hips, and on the out breath, slowly lower your arms and your spine back towards the earth. And try to keep your legs really still here. 4 more rounds. Inhale, a bit faster this time. Lift your hips off the ground, reach your arms behind you, lengthen. And exhale, vertebra by vertebra. Really feel that contact to the mat. And at last, the low back is touching the earth. 3 more rounds. Inhale fully. Exhale completely as you lower your body back to the earth. 2 more rounds. Keep your feet nice and still. Your legs nice and still as your foundation. Exhale to lower. Beautiful work. Last round. Inhale. And then stay here for a moment. You can either keep your arms relaxed behind you, or if you would like, take your arms underneath your back, interlock your fingers, shuffle your shoulders even closer towards one another. And then for your full bridge posture, press your pinky fingers down, press your forearms into the mat, and try to lift your hips just a little bit higher. The knees are constantly moving towards the front of the mat, so your thighs are reaching away from you. Now, if you want to make this a little bit stronger in your practice, shift the weight into your right foot, lift the left foot off the mat, stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling, press the heel up, flex the toes towards you, inhale, and exhale to lower. If you have done it, we have a second side, so make sure the left foot is now grounding, lift the right foot, and then engage your leg, flex the toes. 1 more breath here. Very nice. And then lower both feet to the earth. Let your arms go. And then slowly release your spine back to the earth. And just have a moment to allow the body to settle again. Make sure your chin is drawing in towards the chest now. For lying pigeon pose, the first hip opener, take your left foot on top of your right thigh. And have a look that the foot is roughly in the center of your thigh. So the foot is not popping out to one side or the other. And then start to open the left knee forward. Your right hip naturally comes a bit further toward you, but you want to counter that by having the right hand on the hip and making sure your hips stay squared here. You can either stay here for a few breaths, or if you want to again make it a bit more intense, lift your right leg, grab hold of the back of your leg, your hamstrings, and then I would suggest you lift the upper body again. So you can bring everything towards the center. You actually might want to stay here if you can hold yourself up with your core, or otherwise you lower back down and your spine should lengthen a little bit more through that. Gently press your outer left foot into your right thigh. Feel your stretch, maybe even into the left glutes here. One more breath. Really, really nice. And then slowly release the right foot and then the left foot to the earth. Bring your right foot this time on top of the left thigh. Again, choose to have it in the center, and then take the same option you've taken on the first side. So the first one could be that you're simply staying grounded, or you lift the left foot off the mat, grab hold of the back thigh. You might stay lifted, use your core, or you lengthen the spine back to the mat. And then breathe here. Have a look that your left knee is roughly in line with your left shoulder. And that the right knee is just constantly trying to open up towards the front of your mat. Remember to be a good stretch, not too much of a sensation. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Very, very nice. And then slowly release. And this time bring both of your knees in and up towards the chest. Have a gentle rock from side to side. Release a bit of maybe tension or discomfort through the low back. Quite often we have that because we might be sitting a lot or standing a lot. So that area usually gets a bit affected. Very, very good. And then take your hands to the back of your thighs. Start to rock up and down your spine a few times here. Make sure that feels good, otherwise you don't have to do it. And then with your next one, your third one, cross your legs and then dive forward into tabletop. So you're coming onto hands and knees. For cat and cow, bring your palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hip points, and then let's start to flow through cat and cow. Few breaths, drop the belly, lift your chest and your gaze forward, inhale. For your out breath, tuck your tailbone under first, and then vertebra by vertebra, ripple round through the spine. Draw your navel in, so you're hollowing out through the front body, and try to look towards that navel. And then again, as you inhale, this time you can really relax your abdomen, relax the belly, look forwards, and exhale. As you exhale, lift the shoulder blades up to the skies. 3 more counts. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, round your back, draw your navel in. Breathing in. Breathing out. Nice cat and cow flow here. One more round, breathe in, relax the belly, allow the breath to reach your belly, your abdomen. Exhale to round, 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 lift the upper back, breathe all the air out. Good, and then come back to a neutral spine into tabletop. Now for thread to the needles, bring your right hand into the center of your mat. Make sure your right hand is nice and open so your fingers are spreading apart. Soft bend in the elbow and then reach your left arm out and up. As you lift that left arm, usually the hips, they move to the left side just because it's a bit easier for the body. But what we want to do is bringing the hips back to the center and rather to the right side of the mat. For thread the needles now, inhale, look towards that left thumb, and then exhale, follow your hand with your gaze, thread it underneath the opposite arm, and just hover that left upper arm off the ground. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, nice open twist, and exhale, breathe all the way out, look past the right shoulder. Take 1 more round here, inhale to reach. And now on this out breath, we're going to lower down. So reach your left arm as far over as you can. Lower onto your left upper arm, your left ear. Now use your right hand to stabilize. So the right fingertips are firmly grounding. With that hand, you're pushing the earth away. And you just see if there's more space for the right shoulder to open up towards the ceiling. If you want to challenge your balance, if you want to make it a bit stronger today, as our theme is, you could open your right arm up towards the ceiling, but see if that feels nice. You want to use your left arm a lot if you do that. Another option, challenging the balance, you can straighten the right leg back, let's see if that works, and then lengthen the right leg back and up. Make sure your balance doesn't go into your neck here, so use the core, use that heel pushing away. 1 more breath if you're there. And then slowly lower the knee back to the ground, and with the help of your hands, come all the way back to center. Really, really nice. That was our first side. So for the second side, take the left palm into the center of your mat. Inhale, open the right arm towards the ceiling. The arm might not get there, so you can just open it as far as you can. Shoulder in line with the wrist. Breathe in to open the body. And breathe out to twist. Bring your right elbow a bit closer to the ground and just hover the upper arm off the ground. 2 more counts. Breathe in to open. And breathe out to reach. 1 more round. Inhale, open up. And exhale to reach. Again, this time we lower down. So the right arm comes down, right ear. And then carefully support yourself with that left fingertips, the left hand. I would like you to take the option you've done on the first side, so option with the arm, maybe you've done it with the leg. Just make sure again you're using every other part of the body that is not lifting to support and to keep you stable here. Remember, strength is not just a physical body. It can be that you're here, you're feeling strong with your breath. So wherever you are, very nice. Take 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. And then carefully release. Find your way up into tabletop. And then for our first downward facing dog, take your hands, 1 hand width further forward. Curl your toes under. Hips move to your heels. Slowly, controlled with the strength of your body, lift the knees off the ground. And then centimeter by centimeter, millimeter by millimeter, lift your legs into downward facing dog. Now as you arrive in your down dog, I would like you to straighten the left leg more, bend your right knee to your chest. The left heel can come closer to the ground or maybe even reach the earth. Breathe in, bend both knees, and then exhale, straighten the right leg, bend your left knee to your chest. Head is relaxed the whole time. 1 more round. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten left leg, bend the right knee in. Breathing in for the opposite side. And exhale, right leg long, left leg bent. And then for your down dog, a moment of stillness. Lower both heels to the earth. Extend your arms. And I would always suggest you have a little bit of a bend in your knees so you can lengthen out of your lower back so you're not rounding here. Now we're going to start to move a bit more dynamically. Starting warming up through the hips. So ground your left foot, either the ball or the heel as well, to the earth. Extend your right leg back and up. The left knee can be bent to make it a little bit easier, or again more straight. Breathe in, now bend your right knee. Open the hip towards the right side of your mat. Keep your right heel relaxed. See if you can gently press the mat forward. Keep your chest parallel to the mat, but keep opening through the right hip as if you want to stack one hip on top of the other. Inhaling here, nice hip opener. Exhale to lower. Very nice. 1 more round for the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Right knee can be bent more. and then open up. Keep your gaze rather towards your right armpit, but keep opening the left knee. Left side of your torso. Left foot is relaxed towards the opposite buttock. Lift through the knee. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Beautiful, beautiful work. And actually, let's take a moment in child's pose, coming back to the breath. Drop the knees down. Bring your hips to your heels. Soften the forehead to the earth and take your hands behind you for a few soothing and still breaths in child's pose. And especially because today we work with quite a bit of strength throughout practice. Remember, we all have usually areas in the body that we are a bit stronger. That could be the legs for you, or the arms, or maybe your mind is the strongest part of your practice. But just try as much as you can to use your whole body. Make it become a full body practice, rather than also maybe getting stuck in the head if you feel like you should be doing more. Remember, as long as you breathe, you do yoga. So, enough talk to you for now in child's pose. Hope you had a good rest. Let's come back into downward facing dog. Take your hands forward, lift your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Now this is when we're going to start engaging, warming up through the core. You can do this in down dog, or a softer version could be your tabletop. So see how you're doing. Fingers are spread wide. And as we do these postures, press into your index finger and your thumb a lot so you have a good grip to the mat. Ground your left leg again. Inhale, extend the right leg. Keep your right leg long this time. Breathe in fully. Exhale, one-legged plank. Bring your knee to your chest. Round the upper back like in cat pose. And lift the right heel to your buttock. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow. Twist the body. Breathe in, extend the leg, and exhale, open the hip, right knee to the right elbow. Extend the leg back and up, and then downward facing dog, lower to the earth. Breathe in, left leg comes up, extend through the heel, reach the toes toward you, and then for your one-legged plank, bring your knee forward, keep your shoulders away from your ears so your gaze is slightly towards the top of your mat. Inhale, creating heat. Nice long exhale. Left knee to the left elbow. One last here. Breathe in. Extension through the leg. And exhale. All the way out. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale. Release. Beautiful work, everyone. Now look forward to the top of your mat. And nice and slowly walk your feet into your forward fold, Uttanasana, to the top of your mat. As you arrive there, feet hip width apart, hold opposite elbows, allow your head to drop down in between your upper arms, and then gently sway the body from side to side. Allow your legs to feel stable, the upper body nice and soft, relax the head, relax through the core, and then pause as you come back to center. Bend your left knee, extend through the right leg. Other side, bend one leg, straighten the other. Same as we did in down dog, walk your legs out here. One more round, inhale. Exhale, relax through the soles of your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Very nice. Now to come up to standing, to Tadasana, relax your arms down, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly, slowly roll up to standing. Stack one vertebra on top of the other. And then your head and your shoulders are the last thing to come up. Very, very nice. And then just take a moment to arrive standing. We've spent quite a bit of time upside down in down dog and also lying down on the mat. So take this time to move forward, feet hip width apart. And then for our sun salutations, bring your palms to face forward alongside your body, mountain pose. And we begin through moving through 3 sun salutations A. So to begin here, feet hip width apart, Lengthen through the crown of your head, and then inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Nice full stretch. Send your gaze, if you can, towards the ceiling. Bend your knees and exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana, release the head. Breathe in, take your hands to your upper thighs for the first round. Lengthen your spine into flat back. Look down towards the earth. Draw your elbows into the side body. Exhale, hands move to the earth. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back into your plank. Now here, if plank feels too strong today or for any other reason you prefer to do low plank, drop your knees to the earth. And we're moving through these sun salutations pretty slow today, but remember, strength is not in the pace. Like you can be very slow, but you can be very focused. You might feel it here now, so let's continue. Shift the body forward for the first round. Drop the knees now down and lower to the earth, all the way to the ground. Breathe in, lift your heart, your chest off the mat for a baby cobra, baby back bend. As you exhale, release. Same way we came in, curl your toes under, press into tabletop, shift your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Very, very good. Look forward, this time with 2 steps. Come to the front of your mat. Uttanasana, relax the head, bend your knees, roll up to standing. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back and open your hands forward for 2 more rounds. Inhale, nice slow breath, chest is opening. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the body halfway, hands to the shins this time. Lengthen the back. Release your hands, step the left foot and then the right foot back into your plank. Shift the body forward. If you like, without the knees this time, lower the body to the earth. Inhale, lift into cobra. Think of reaching your elbows toward your heels so you create space in your shoulders, your neck area. Breathe in, engage the tummy, engage the glutes, and then release the body down. The same way we came in, lift your toes, or lift your knees rather, curl your toes under, then press into your plank. Use your strength to do that, and then shift the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Look forward, step the feet to the top of your mat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Come up to standing. Inhale. And exhale to release. Last round. Breathe in. We mix it up only if you like to. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, fingertips on the earth, lengthen the spine. Release your hands down. Now bend your knees. Again, only do that if you feel comfortable, and hop back into your plank. Shift the body forward. It will be chaturanga this time, so lower halfway. Untuck your toes. Lift into up dog. Engage your glutes. Protect your low back. And exhale, press through the hands. And nice and strongly come into downward facing dog. This time bend your knees, look forward, and maybe you hop to the top of your mat. Relax your body and then come up to standing, roll up through the spine. Release your shoulders back and down. Your body should feel a bit warmer now. Mine certainly does. You can hear it in my breathing as well. So we're going to move on and into our sun salutations, our vinyasas rather. Bring your big toes together, separate your heels about 1 fist width apart. For chair pose, Utkatasana, sink your hips back so you can see your toes. Reach your arms forward and try to create a really nice long line from the head all the way down into your tailbone. So you might want to tuck the tailbone more under to see the spine in a beautiful long line here. Take a breath to feel that opening through the chest, the broadening across the upper back. And now reach your hands to your heart. We start towards the left side first. So bring your right elbow to your left knee. Hook your arm around, keep your knees in line, and then press your top hand down so you're opening that up into your twist. Shift the weight into your left foot. Become light in the right leg, and then take a big step back into your high lunge. Separate your feet to hip width apart so you have more of a comfortable and a stable stance now, and spread your front left toes. Continue lifting into that twist. Again, use your top hand to move your body forward and then around here. You can look up, you can look down, whatever is most comfortable. Inhale, one more breath here. And then for warrior two, wheel your arms around the body and set yourself up for warrior two. And actually this time I'm going to stay that way because you might see the posture as well from here. Front heel in line with the middle of the back foot. Arms are in one nice long line for warrior two. Let's bring a bit of movement into this practice of warrior two. Flip your arms up towards the ceiling, hands up, and then extend your front leg as you inhale. Follow your fingertips, look up. Exhale, warrior two. 2 more rounds. Inhale, use a nice long belly breath. Exhale to release. 1 more round, inhale. And as you exhale, open, open, open. For our Vinyasa, wheel your hands forward and down, frame your front foot, step your left leg back into plank. Shift the body forward with or without the knees, lower all the way down. You can use your chaturanga practice or lift into a baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward. Walk up or step to the top of your mat. Bring your big toes together, heels apart, chair pose. Sink the hips low. Challenge yourself. Stay within the body. Remember the strength can be within the body, within the breath. Take your hands together. Keep your shoulders low and then bring your left elbow to the outer right leg. Knees stay in line. Feet are grounded, and then push the top hand down to open your body out and up into that twist. Return to a deep belly breath here. Feel how in twist it's a bit harder to breathe, but really, really good for our internal organs to get that massage. And then become strong through the right leg. Step the left foot back into your nice long high lunge here. Try to reach out through the left heel, so lengthen the back leg, shift the right knee further forward, inhale. And then with your next out breath, wheel your arms around the body and then open it up and out into warrior two. In Virabhadrasana 2, we have the front heel in line with the middle of the back foot. Arms are parallel to the floor. And as you reach your arms away from one another, so imagine you want to reach the left hand back, right hand forward. Feel this space that you're creating in your upper body. Now flip your palms, let's move with the breath. Inhale, stretch and lengthen the body. Exhale, warrior two. 2 more counts. Inhale, press through the feet to lift. Exhale, warrior two. Feel free to close your eyes for that last round, feeling the inner, the outer strength, the unity of movement and breath. Then for your Vinyasa, wheel your hands forward and down. Step it back into your plank pose. Shift forward. Take a round of Vinyasa. And then find your way back into your downward facing dog. And again, let's take a moment to soften. Knees come this time mat width apart. Big toes together. And then keep your elbows soft. Lower the forehead to the earth or towards the earth. If you can't fully relax your body, you can also make fists and create a pillow for your head. And just wherever you get to, allow your breath to soften. And allow your muscles, your whole physical body to relax here for a moment as well. Imagine you're switching off any muscles from working other than any muscles that work for your breath, your inner body. And really feel that movement of air through the body, that aliveness, maybe that heat as well. And then for your downward facing dog, take it nice and slow again. Ground through the palms. And for your last down dog, reach the hips back and up. And then take the head, yes and no, move it side to side. Move it around in circles. Any movement here that allow your neck muscles to release. Now this time, walk your hands to your feet. Bring your body towards the back of your mat. And now bring your feet to mat width apart. Heels are in, toes are out. Sink your hips low. You might find yourself up here or up here, and that's great. Listen to the knees. If it's comfortable, sink your hips all the way down for a Malasana Yogi Squat. Now, if you're here, you can support yourself still or take your hands to your heart. Draw your thumbs in toward your sternum and allow your knees to open. Lightly push your hips forward and become aware of your upper body. Imagine your hips and your tailbone reaching to the earth and the crown of the head lengthening up and out towards the skies above you. And then either close your eyes or with your eyes open, notice that you apply the same amount of pressure inward from your knees, your thighs, as you're applying with your elbows and your upper arms. So you're finding that beautiful spot where your knees meet your legs and where you feel that your body is benefiting from that stretch and strengthening posture. Take one more round. Keep your shoulders soft, your jaw relaxed. Very, very nice. And then to come out of this posture, take your hands forward and nice and slowly lift back into your forward fold. Lengthen your legs, shift your feet to hip width apart. This time interlock your arms behind your knees, relax the head down and just stay here for a moment, for a couple of breaths. You can lift your hips higher and higher, you can straighten the legs more or move the knees a bit further apart. What you can do as well is simply hang out here for a moment. And then relax your arms. For flat back, halfway lift, take your hands to your shins, any variation you like. Lengthen the spine. Exhale forward. Come up to standing, move your arms around the body, sink your hips low, reach up, mountain pose. Extension through the arms. And exhale, release your hands to your heart. Very, very good. For our last standing part of the practice, our peak posture for today, which is half moon, we're not going to use any dedicated props, but you can use either a bolster or a pillow or something you would like to use to bring the earth a bit closer toward you. I'm going to demonstrate it without anything, so you can do the same at home if you don't have any props. So come to stand anywhere in your room or on your mat with your right foot forward, your left foot slightly back. The toes are pointing straight to the top of your mat if you are on the mat. And then start to shift the weight forward. Take your left hand onto your hip and the right arm is reaching up towards the ceiling. Become long through the front body and then start to slowly bring the weight into your right foot. Allow your upper body to start bowing forward to the ground. And then you can bend the knee further and further to make sure you can grab hold of the floor. You can connect your fingertips to the floor, to a bolster, anything underneath you. Now this is where it starts, where you can either start to lengthen your leg or where you can simply imagine you're lifting your upper body out of your hips or your femur bone kind of away from the hips. So you're creating space. Now flex your left toes and bring your foot to parallel or more parallel to the floor. You are almost there in your first, or maybe you practice that quite often, half moon posture, Ardha Chandrasana. Now your posture is here, begins here with your breath. So you can push more through the back heel. You could extend your left arm up, but make sure you're relaxing head and neck. You can challenge the balance, maybe look forward or up toward your left hand. And if you're falling, if you're wobbling, that's great. Means you're alive. Take one more inhale. Wherever you are, maybe pick your right fingertips off the mat. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Very, very nice. And then release your left foot down and carefully lift yourself back and up. Now we're going to move straight to the other side. I'm going to turn. You can simply step the left foot forward. Spread through the left toes, ground through the foot. And as you're knowing already where to go, now we're going to go a bit faster, but still with connection. Ground into your left foot, right hand on the hip. Start diving forward, or actually extend your left arm up first. So we do it the same way as before. And then reach your hand to about one step away from you and further to the outside of your mat. Bend your knee or start straightening it more. And again, think of lifting yourself out of your hips here. Engage your back toes. The more you flex that foot, the more you have strength in that back leg. And then start to lift your right hip on top of the left. Maybe you take the right arm up and you bring your arms into one line. The head is reaching away and the whole body is engaged now. So your arms are strong, your breath is flowing, and your feet are nice and strong, nice and engaged. You might look forward, maybe up, challenge yourself, but in a good way. You're at home. Remember, keep safe. And then as a last option, you take your hand off the mat. Have a nice wobble here. One more inhale. And then carefully release. Come all the way up to standing. And one of my favorite things to do is then just to relax the body. To let go. Just sway. Release the feet. Relax the knees. Relax shoulders and arms. And then come to sit down on your yoga mat. Come towards the end of our practice with a few stretching postures. So here I would like you to bring your knees apart for Baddha, Konasana, butterfly. Bring your hands around your feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, start to dive forward. Bring your arms, if you can, to the outside of your shins. And then round your whole body in. Again, like that ball we've taken in the beginning. It doesn't matter if you're up here, wherever you are, just allow your head to draw past your feet. Keep your throat open so you can breathe through the throat, into the chest, into the belly. Notice how your breath immediately starts to slow down now. Maybe you notice it's much harder now for the awareness to stay present, because you're becoming slower, calmer in the body. Very nice. And then let go of the hold. Slowly roll up to your seat. Bring your knees together. Then separate your feet to more than hip width apart. Hands behind you for that windshield wiper with a twist. Bring your knees to one side. Look past the opposite shoulder. Inhale as you move through center. And exhale for a gentle twist. And start letting go a bit of that strengthening work, that engagement you had through your practice, and drop into more of a softer state of your practice. Slowly come back to center and then bring your feet to the top of your mat, hip width apart. Arms are framing your body, and then nice and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, take your time to get there. Lower your whole spine to the earth. Use your core for this last time today in your practice. And as you come down now, extend your arms behind you. Stretch your legs forward. Point and flex your feet. Rotate your wrists. Spread your fingers wide. Bring movement into those full joints. Both wrists, both feet, ankles. And then come to a moment of stillness. And just allow your arms to rest anywhere that is comfortable. your legs to separate, feet to drop out. Now bring your hands toward your body. Connect your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your lower abdomen. For 3 collective cleansing breaths. Now inhale, feel your chest rising, and then feel your belly rising. Breathe in. As you exhale, the opposite is happening. Right hand is softening and left hand relaxes. 2 more rounds. Inhale fully. Gently open your mouth and exhale to release. 1 more breath. Inhale deeply into the belly. Exhale completely. And like we started, bring your feet onto the mat. Then roll your body onto any side you like, into a side lying position. Still with your eyes closed if you can. And then come up into a comfortable seated posture. Use your hands to press up. I'm choosing to come into cross-legged here. Now rest your palms down onto your knees. Back of the hands are touching the knees. Palms are facing up. And we do this as a gesture of sharing the practice with others that might need a little bit of what we've practiced today, a bit of inner and outer strength, but also to receive the benefits of your practice today. You can stay here to seal off your practice, bow your head to your heart, or join your hands together at your heart for Namaskar. Take another breath for yourself. Seal off your practice here. And as you exhale, bow your head to your heart in gratitude. Namaste. Beautiful work, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in, for sharing your practice. Stay strong, stay connected, and take best care.